Blood Lad follows Stas Charlie Blood, a vampire from the surreal demon world who avoids attacking humans unlike his ancestors. One day, he becomes excited when Fuyamai Yanagi, an ordinary girl, accidentally wanders into the demon world through a portal. The two's first meeting is cut short by the attack of a demon. Stas goes to stop the enemy and save his allies. However, Fuyamai is killed by a carnivorous plant and turned into a ghost, causing Stas to take responsibility and pledge to help bring her back to life. The heroine, Komori Ui, was a normal teenage girl until in her second year of high school, her father, a priest, has to go overseas for work. As a result, Ui is forced to move to a new town and arrives alone at a mansion she was told will be her new home. As she approaches the front door, it begins to rain. Because no one answers her knock, she reaches for the knob, but the door swings open of its own accord. Ui enters the mansion to find no one inside. As she starts to explore her immediate surroundings, she finds Hayato asleep on a couch. He wakes up as she approaches him and promptly pins her down. As she begins to panic, 5 other young men gradually appear. Ui notices something different about all of them. She discovers that all 6 of them are brothers but by 3 different mothers, and they all turn out to be vampires. A breach between Earth and the Netherworlds has opened up over the city of New York, trapping New Yorkers and creatures from other dimensions in an impenetrable bubble. They've lived together for years, in a world of crazy crime sci-fi sensibilities. Now someone is threatening to sever the bubble, and a group of stylish superhumans is working to keep it from happening. In 2012, the world allegedly comes to an end at the hands of a human-made virus, ravaging the global populace and leaving only children under the age of 13 untouched. It is at this time that vampires emerge from the recesses of the earth, likely followed by age-old horrors of the dark thought only to be myth. The vampires sweep the earth and claim it in a single violent stroke, subjugating the remnants of humanity and leading them beneath the surface to safety. This protection comes at the price of donating blood to their captors. At the age of 12, Yuichiro and his friend and fellow orphan Michaela plotted to escape along with the children in Hyakuya orphanage. However, this resulted in their deaths and Michaela sacrifices himself in order for Yuichiro to escape and be saved by members of the Moon Demon Company, an extermination unit of the Japanese Imperial Demon Army. 4 years later, Yuichiro dedicates his life to destroy vampires and seek revenge against them for murdering his family. By a bizarre coincidence, Tsukun Ono has accidentally gotten himself admitted to a Yokai Academy, a school attended by monsters. Just when he thinks he'll run away from there, he meets the beautiful girl Mocha and his mood turns ultra happy. However, she transforms into her true form when the rosary on her chest is taken off. She's a super vampire. The story takes place in a particularly hot summer in the 1990s, in a small quiet Japanese village called Sotaba. A series of mysterious deaths begin to spread in the village, at the same time when a strange family moves into the long-abandoned Kanemasa mansion. Dr. Toshio Ozaki, director of Sotaba's only hospital, initially suspects an epidemic. However, as investigations continue and the deaths begin to pile up, he learns and becomes convinced that they are the work of the Shiki, vampire-like creatures, plaguing the village. A young man named Natsuno Yuaki, who hates living in the village, begins to be pursued and surrounded by death. The story follows the adventures of Koju Akatsuki, a vampire in high school who is a bit reluctant to show his powers, and Yukina Himuragi, a teenage sword shaman apprentice who is sent to observe him. It takes place in the Demon District in Itagama City, a man-made island off the coast of Japan that has a freely mingling monster populace. Koju is suspected of being the fourth progenitor, a powerful vampire that could potentially disrupt the balance of power among the ruling three progenitors. Koju and Yukina befriend various monster students, some of whom are attracted to Koju, and whose situations drive his libido that provides the source of much of his power. Yuki's earliest memory is of a stormy night in winter, where she was attacked by a rogue vampire and rescued by Kaname Kuren, a pure-blood vampire. Now 10 years later, Yuki Cross, the adopted daughter of the headmaster of Cross Academy, Kyan Cross, has grown up and become a guardian of the vampire race, protecting her childhood crush, Kaname, from discovery as he leads a group of vampires at the elite boarding school. At her side is Zero Kiryu, a childhood friend whose hatred for the creatures that destroyed everything he held dear leaves him determined never to trust them. This coexisting arrangement seems all well and good, but have the vampires truly renounced their murderous ways, or is there a darker truth behind their actions? Because in this world of secrets, nothing is as it seems. And the price of misplaced trust may even be worse than death. Should Yuki truly find out what was in her past, is the truth going to hurt her worse than not knowing?